Hey guys, so this is the Tanchjim Bunny, and after listening to so many tracks on these for quite some time, I finally realized why you guys have been wanting me to review this and asking me how this compares to many other popular budget in-ear monitors. Because while it's called Bunny, this is nothing short of a wolf in sheep's clothing, and it's really caught me off guard with its audio quality. So let's talk about that. Alright, so the Tanchjim Bunny comes in this typical packaging, very slim, nothing too fancy here. Sliding off the outer cover, inside the box we get some paperwork, numerous pairs of wide bore and narrow bore silicone ear tips of various sizes, a soft carrying pouch to carry your in-ear monitors and their accessories in, the oxygen-free copper silver-plated cable with 0.78 2-pin connectors on one end, an inline microphone with a multifunction control button, and the version I have ends in a 3.5mm stereo jack. And of course you get the Tanchjim Bunny in-ear monitors themselves. Now in terms of the specs, the Tanchjim Bunny houses their DMT4 Ultra dynamic driver in each of the in-ear monitors, and they have an impedance of 30 ohms, making these low impedance in-ear monitors, which your smartphone should easily be able to drive. But given the really poor quality of the DACs that are inbuilt in our smartphones nowadays, what ends up happening is that either you get low volume or the bass isn't tight, and overall the audio quality becomes very inferior. So to mitigate that, all you need is a portable DAC. Something like this. This just makes sure that your in-ear monitors are performing to their full potential without leaving anything in the tank, and what you get is just the highest audio quality and volume that your in-ear monitors can produce. And as always, the one that I personally use will be linked in the description below. Now in terms of the build quality, the Tanchjim Bunny is all plastic, no metal involved anywhere. So yes, it does feel a bit cheap and plasticky, but on the flip side, it helps keep the weight really light. So once you put these on, there is no ear fatigue even for extended listening sessions. I had no issues whatsoever. It wasn't uncomfortable and it sits quite flat with your ear, so no issues there. And it's transparent, so I think that's a cool design. You can actually see the innards of the in-ear monitor, you can see the driver inside, and overall, I think it passes. Now, this nozzle over here is quite deep. It goes deep into your ear canal, and this is subjective because some might find these to be uncomfortable, but for me, I had no issues whatsoever. So although not the most conventional shape, nor does it feel the most robust, but given its lightweight and good seal, which at least I experienced, I think this does a fairly good job. Now the 2-pin connectors have really long pins, so it gives you a secure fit, but be careful when you're taking these on and off, because if you bend them, you could have a problem. Now the quality of the wire is also not too shabby. It's definitely better than some other budget in-ear monitors and what they pack inside with their stock cable. So definitely better than that, quite sturdy, and with a bit of care, I think these will last quite a long time. Alright, now with all of that out of the way, let's talk about the main criteria, which is the audio quality. Now you guys know sound is majorly made up of 3 major frequencies: the highs, the mids, and the lows. The highs, or the treble response, where the really sharp sounding instruments are, the mids, where the vocals are, and the low end, or the bass response. Alright, starting off with the highs, or the treble response, the highs on the Tanchjim Bunny are probably one of the cleanest and richest highs that I've heard in this price segment. Packed with detail, impressive technicality, and smooth, yet it has that sparkle that makes it fun. Now while the treble extension is mighty impressive, it doesn't go overboard, so while you can comprehend every minute detail, it doesn't get piercing, which is just a blessing. Honestly, I am beyond impressed by the sheer richness of the treble response at this price point, and the Tanchjim Bunny absolutely delivers. Next up, we have the mid frequencies, where the vocals are. Now, vocals have equally impressed me by simply delivering a smooth yet authentic rendition of tonality and warmth. While it may not be too forward or bright, it sounded natural with a beautiful blend of richness, clarity, and warmth without overdoing any of them. It doesn't sound hollow or shouty, and even though it may sometimes lean towards the upper mids, it doesn't overdo it. My tiny gripe, if at all, would be that the roll-off of the upper mids could have been a tad bit smoother, but you'd really need to listen closely to pick this up. Now, instruments sounded rich and extremely well spaced out without any clutter with the vocals, and even on busy tracks, each instrument was distinctly audible. And finally, we have the low end, or the bass response. Now the low end on these are a combination of hard-hitting, punchy bass with a mean mid-bass slam, but also has some consistent sub-low rumble. If I had to nitpick though, I would say that the texture of the bass could have been a tad bit cleaner, which is barely noticeable actually, but advanced listeners may pick up on this in the track. However, it can handle any track like a champ with consistent thickness and a hard-hitting tight low end, which is so impressive, and it makes the track that you're listening to all the more immersive. Alright, talking about the soundstage. Now this was impressively wide for the price, with great imaging as well. So the location of instruments within the track were distinctly audible throughout, which would also make this pair quite suitable for gamers as well. Alright guys, just to summarize, the Tanchjim Bunny turns out to be a phenomenally good in-ear monitor for its price, and it truly gives many other higher priced in-ear monitors a very good run for their money. No wonder this pair is so popular. It just offers incredible value with its all-round performance, and it's a pair that can handle any genre with absolute ease. So I can easily recommend this to any beginner audiophile. So there you have it guys, that was my review of the Tanchjim Bunny in-ear monitors. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have any other questions regarding this in-ear monitor, do hit me up in the comment section below. I'll try my best to answer them. As always, the link to this and many other in-ear monitors and audio accessories, the tag that I've mentioned, it's all placed in the description below, and would really appreciate if you use those links to make your purchase, to help me run this channel and produce more such high quality and helpful content just for you guys. So thank you so much for stopping by. Make sure to smash the like button, leave a comment, subscribe if you hadn't already, share this video, and I'll catch you guys very soon in the next one. Cheers.